Hello, wrestling fan. Why have you been going down on your grandma?
I thought Layla died.
Yeah, Rosebud. My name is Coleslaw.
Woo! Fuck.
Yes, I am. Woo! Do you
didn't
know
know you were
at all?
CM Punk.
It's literally driving us mad. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome! Hallelujah! Are we live? Yes, we are! We are live! Thank you, God! I am Andy Quad, and with me as always is Carmine Antonelli.
Oh, it's so good to be back!
Yeah!
Live in front of the world. You can't edit any of this, so we gotta be careful.
Oh, dear God.
Also, to commemorate the return to going live, we have with us Keelan Balderson.
Woo! We're live.
And,
Here we
and
go,
Sam
here we go.
Brooks.
Chris Benoit was the greatest world heavyweight champion in history.
Oh,
Oh, no! God damn it, Sam! You've been on for less than 5 seconds!
Bada boom!
Get
Realest guys in the room.
Controversy.
Anyway, we've got a slow news week this week, but to commemorate the live show, we will make the most of it.
So, speaking of news, because that's what we do here apparently, Daniel Bryan will not make it to Money in the Bank. According to the Wrestling Observer, Daniel Bryan's neck recovery is going to take longer than first expected. And as of now, he is out of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Boo.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I've been thinking about this. It's like it sucks. It definitely sucks because he's been stripped of the title. But when you think about it, he's still the most over face in the company, without a doubt.
Yes.
I'm really surprised that these shitty storylines haven't like dampened his popularity at all. Actually, so with the most over face in the company just being stripped of the title, and you now have the most hated heel in the company in Seth Rollins, you have the makings of an incredible feud here. And
Yeah,
it's very simple.
If you want to make Seth Rollins the top heel and just make him, then you give him the belt at Money in the Bank and just let
Simple
him
as
run
that.
with it. Yeah.
It really is as simple as that. But it's a question of whether creative will actually have the know-how and the creativity to get it done properly.
I was
Yeah.
slightly worried that because he's just a really good wrestler and the Smarky audience tends to just like that anyway. Like they like Cesaro, they like Barrett now, blah blah blah. I thought maybe they'll cheer him, but after SmackDown and Raw, no, that's not going to happen. He knows
because
how to
people-
play heel. He's good at it. So.
Because people liked the Shield, and he killed the Shield. Like,
And nobody saw it. Nobody saw it coming.
yeah,
Precisely.
that's the best part about it. It's so perfect, and if they just do the next steps correctly, this is easily going to be one of the greatest storylines in the last few years.
Or it could be the worst if they fuck up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is either going to go to one extreme or the other. It's either going to be incredible or god awful.
Or it could
But
end in a third way where it's like, what has just happened? Why is Sheamus champion now?
Ugh. How did we get here?
Horrid thought.
The only stupid thing I've heard about this is that I've been looking at some comments on YouTube, which is like the worst thing you could ever do. But like,
They're normally racist. Or what's that song in the background?
yeah,
Song?
but some of the commenters were like, "Oh, maybe Seth is going to be like a mole that's kind of implanted within Evolution, and it's just
Oh.
going to implode."
Vince
from within."
Russo
Like,
is not back with WWE. Everybody.
exactly.
I thought that
So,
the night that it happened, and then I realized probably not the case. Because that'd be dumb.
No. So
that
dumb.
doesn't make any sense at all. What the fuck? No.
I just hope that Daddy Triple H doesn't start to overshadow Seth and is always with him and always kind of leading the conversation, and so he just looks like a lackey. It didn't
Well, I
seem like that
noticed-
on Raw. He was his own man. He was out there first with Cole and stuff like that. So, but
Yeah,
I just
the
I just
first-
gotta wait and
the-
see.
sorry. The first SmackDown after it happened, Triple H was there with Seth for the opening promo. And I think that might have just been, hey, just in case you're not just drowning in heat, I'll be there to drown you in heat. but it seems like he's fine on his own, so they kind of stopped doing it as of Raw. So that's a good sign.
Thank the Lord.
I was waiting for him to put the blonde streak in the other side of his hair or change it red or something.
Speaking from experience, that is such a hassle. You have no idea. It would probably take him a whole day to do that. Christ.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Sam is Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Seth,
exactly.
Seth copied Sam's hair, so...
Someday Sam is just going to hit all of us with a chair and just run the supla into the ground.
Never see it coming.
Oh my god.
Mad.
You're not still friends with Liam, are you? Oh no.
Who? You can't say that goddamn name!
Anyway,
Liam from One Direction? No, he smokes too much
Jesus.
weed to know who I am.
yeah, no, Zayn's the better one.
Yeah.
Point is,
Zayn.
Seth Rollins has yet to be included in the Money in the Bank ladder match. That needs to be fixed really quick because
Yeah.
Orton's in it, but Rollins isn't. That worries me.
And Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. The
for
three
God's
people that make the
sake.
show. Please, can this show move on past you
Mad
people?
world. Mad.
Like, I love how we could have had Ziggler. That would have been good. You can imagine him
We
taking
could have
like
had
a load
Barrett.
of bumps off of it. That would have been good. But no, let's bring in two people that no one cares
They
about.
may as well just
Great.
rename it the Money in the Bland pay-per-view.
Money in the wank. That's literally what this is.
That's my Tuesday.
Welcome to Money. Who gives a shit? Because yeah, we could have had Ziggler. We could have had Barrett, and instead we
RVD.
got. Well, I'm glad we didn't get RVD, but
Well, say what you will, he's a perfect fit for that kind of match.
Old V.
Yeah,
Sure.
he could do a load of different spots with the ladders and go coast to coast with a ladder or something. I don't know.
Can he still
Instead,
do all
we
that
got
though?
Sheamus.
Can he still do all that, or is he about
He
to
did
like
it
break
last
his
year.
back?
Yeah,
he did some of that
can,
last year.
It's fine.
but that's all he does. That's the thing about Rob Van Dam is he just does the same moves over and over again, and he's got to like an age where he's just like, you know what, I'm in all right health. I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again because everyone still loves it. And when I point my fingers to my own fucking head, everyone loves it. So fuck it, I'm gonna keep doing it.
All I have
The
to
point
do is this rolly motion with my fingers, and the crowd goes nuts.
Well, he's
No.
on a roll. He's on a roll.
That's the power
Like
of
cotton
medicinal marijuana. So
Here's how I would have the ladder match set up so far. Well, me and Brooks discussed another option, but that'll come later.
well, there might be two. So
That's the thing. If there were going to be two, I actually would have had the winners of the qualifying matches go on to the one that they're building. And then I would have put the losers of the qualifying match in the briefcase ladder match.
Precisely, because the losers would put on a much better match than any of the fucking winners at this point.
So far, we would have Ziggler, Barrett, and RVD.
Already a good match if it was just a triple threat.
And that makes sense because then it's like you have to earn, like, oh, you want to actually have a chance at the title. Well, you lost your match, so you're going to have to be in another match, like another ladder match, and then, you know,
You
earn
may get a
briefcase. You're
briefcase
betting
that'll
yourself.
give you a title match.
hang on.
Yeah.
Where is Kane? He was
I don't
like
care.
ready
I
to
don't
get
care.
the title. Now he's like, oh,
He's
I-
under the ring, waiting.
I
Didn't he?
He's
attack
he's already
Kofi
there
for
at the
some reason?
arena.
I don't want Kane. I'm done with Kane. He can. I hope he stays gone.
Can't
His
he just
character-
do his insurance thing and fuck off now? I'm sick of this guy. I'm just sick of Kane. I
An
literally am sick of
insurance,
Kane.
like, as a gimmick? What do you mean? It's like
He
he comes
owns
out
an
the
insurance
fire and he's
company.
like, have you had an accident at work lately? Have you
He
been-
literally owns he owns his own insurance company. He
Well, then he's-
literally does.
It's like
just
a real guy?
Hellfire Insurance or something like that.
Have you suffered a fire or an accident at work?
Well, I
I
can
probably
help.
did it.
It's
That's
the only
basically it.
insurance provider that protects against acts of God and Satan.
The point is, Money in the Bank so far is shaping up to be I don't know yet.
Monkey crap.
because
Monkey crap. at
well,
this-
if they add Seth, everything will be fine. If they don't add Seth, this is a waste of a pay-per-view.
Well,
have
who
you
would
heard
he
what
face
they're thinking
if-
of adding?
Who would he face at the pay per view if they didn't add him to the match?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Dean Ambrose and Roman
it's
Reigns?
just
Oh
be
yeah, I
another
guess
tag-
that.
What, in a handicap match?
Yeah.
No, it'd be a tag match. It'd be Orton and Seth against.
Oh, that's
Rollins.
totally going to
But
be it.
is it Money in the Bank?
Oh, I don't know. God
Exactly.
Almighty,
Just
this
put
pay-per-view
Seth
looks like
Money
shit.
in the Bank.
It's going to be Triple
Have you
H
seen-
and Seth versus the Shield remaining members.
Ugh.
Have you seen the advert? It's like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life because it's literally a ladder and they got like googly fucking eyes on the ladder going, "Hello, I'm a ladder. What the fuck? What the Christ name
So
was
that
that?
advert actually scared me. That scared the
There's a
crap out
wad
of
of
me.
cash just on top of the ladder. Like, have you listened to what that talking stack of money says in the commercial?
Oh, I see
That's
it
it,
every
a stack
night.
of money. It ain't a ladder. It's a stack of money. This is fucking just as terrifying.
Ugh.
It's talking to you, which is weird enough, and it's just like, here at WWE, we spend money recklessly and just break a bunch of stuff, and it's like, that's your commercial, really?
I hear voices in my bills. They talk to me. They plug for pay-per-view.
It should at least be a talking briefcase because
Yeah,
the
why
Or
does
just
Have to
not.
talk. Why does anything
it-
have to talk?
Why is it a talking inanimate
Ah.
object? Why isn't it just Vince saying, "Hey, do you like ladder matches? Because we got
What?
ladder matches."
What are you,
but
Like,
there's
Richard?
no there's no money inside it. It's not literally money.
Who
What?
wins the money?
What? Oh, God sake. Okay, so wait. So also, we're now led to believe that this fucking money, or if it's a briefcase with fucking googly eyes, that it's actually a character now? That it can talk?
Oh, what if they
It's got
open
a-
it up and this
That's
just
not slap.
man in a money costume jumps out and he's like, "Hey guys,
It's not. The WWE are not fucking Houdini. When's that gonna ever happen?
Hornswoggle ran through a wall."
Uncle Money,
Oh,
here
don't
I am.
remind me. Oh,
Uncle
dear
Money, thank
God,
you, ma'am.
no.
That'll be a treat.
Speaking of things, because I don't want to talk about this stupid googly eye shit anymore. Details on a WWE Sting DVD. WrestlingDVDnews.com have released preliminary information about WWE's upcoming Sting DVD and Blu-ray, which will be released on September 23rd in the United States and September 29th in the UK. The Sting DVD chronicles his entire career from his Mid-South days as part of the Blade Runners with the Ultimate Warrior through to his last WCW match with Ric Flair on the very
On
last
every
episode of
last
WCW
episode.
Nitro in 2001.
And they'll say nothing about TNA. Sting will have just disappeared after that, and he didn't do
He had to
anything
go
after
back
that.
to his home
No
planet.
one's seen him since 2001.
Well, technically, no one has seen him since 2001, so what do you do?
74 people in a baseball stadium probably saw him once.
Oh my God, I've seen those
Oh.
pictures. Jesus.
We should talk about that real quick.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, TNA were I can't even think what city it was in, but basically they hired I don't know why they hired out a baseball stadium. Maybe they got good rates or maybe they're just morons, but they got a
Probably
baseball stadium and 74 paid people were in the audience and then everybody else were just related to the staff at the arena for free.
Wow.
I think a school play draws more people than that.
Yeah, people have
Yes.
parties and, you know, I see more people when I go out on a Saturday night, for God's sake.
I can draw more people than Bobby Roode. Wow, that's a good feeling to have.
Yeah,
Literally-
there we go.
The NXT house show that I went to in our little local armory had more than that.
This is sad. But what is even worse is that, has anyone heard of Bryan Alvarez?
Yes.
It sounds familiar.
Right.
Wrestling
He
Observer,
does
right?
the Wrestling Observer or Figure 4 Weekly, one of those. They're
It's
all
the same thing. They just
yeah.
won't tell.
Dirt
The
sheet.
guy. So if you have the pecking order of, I don't know, wrestling journalism, it goes Dave Meltzer, Bryan Alvarez, right? Bryan fucking Alvarez has even said that he's just boycotting TNA, like he's not even going to watch it for a month because of shit like this. And his reasons are as follows: the house shows are shit, the TV show is shit, the roster is shit, everything about this company is shit. They're fucking literally everything is shit. That's his reason. Everything
Ding,
is
ding,
crap.
ding.
and
We have a
I
winner.
really think, like, I've heard
wait,
some of the wrestlers come out on Twitter, interviews, and whatever, and apparently one of TNA's big problems is they don't advertise. They don't advertise that they're, like, no one in that town would have even known they were there. They don't put posters up, they don't give out, they think they're above advertising locally, so they just think Impact will drive people to the show. No! Give out some flyers or something. Like
So-
local indie shows draw more than that fucking where I live, and it's a market town in the middle of nowhere.
And the thing is, as well, it's like, yeah, it was AJ Styles. It was like a shoot interview with AJ Styles, and in this preview that I saw, AJ talks about this. Like, the venue was in front of the hotel that they were staying in, but the people at the hotel who worked there had no fucking idea that this event was even on, and it was like across the fucking street. How is it that bad? Like, do you know how these independent shows in WWE and Ring of Honor and PWG actually fucking do well? I don't know. They advertise. Like, what? How can you run a business and not advertise what the fuck you're doing? That's just like saying, maybe word of mouth will help. Or maybe, just maybe, stick a flucking, what's a flucking? Stick a fucking flyer somewhere, for God's sake.
The word of mouth
trouble
isn't going to
is,
do shit when you're speaking literal bullshit. You know, oh, it's
Just like I
Eric
just did.
Young. Eric Young. But you know him, the guy with the beard. Daniel Bryan. No, the guy who became champion in one night. Daniel Bryan. No, Eric Young. Fuck's
oh,
sake.
that fishing guy. I didn't know he was a wrestler. Oh, I bet he sucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. It's like maybe they just can't afford to advertise. Like,
Well,
I wouldn't
groups
be
like
Stop
surprised.
being a company then, for
groups
fuck's
like
sake.
Ring of Honor and the indie feds, they have street teams of loyal fans that will go around when it comes to their city and just do it for free. But I think if you were working for TNA on the street team, you'd probably be embarrassed. So
Probably
Yeah.
get lynched.
Hey guys, you want to
Wow.
come watch Bobby Roode and Austin Aries? Who? Well, they haven't been on TV in a while, but trust me, they're good. It's like, oh,
One is the it
It's just-
factor, the other
and
one
it's
puts his genitals on women's faces. You want to see that, don't you?
it's clearly
then
TNA as a brand because when AJ Styles goes to every other indie show or Ring of Honor or New Japan, there's lots and lots of people in the crowd and they all love him. So
He
what the
sells-
fuck?
He was wrestling in like a sold out Tokyo Dome, for fuck's sake. That's one of the
He's-
biggest arenas on earth. How the
he's
fuck?
so popular. AJ Styles is so popular that when New Japan acquired him, they well, not immediately, but they made him world champion and put him in their mega stable.
Bullet Club, foot for life.
Believe in the Bullet Club bullshit. The
Believe
point
it.
is, like, no matter who TNA has, they can't utilize them.
And what I'm really interested in seeing is Ring of Honor and New Japan just cross promoted a show in the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is literally next door to where TNA are running their Impact soon in New York at the what do you call it? The
Manhattan Center.
yeah, exactly. And I just want to compare the audiences because Ring of Honor pretty much packed out the Hammerstein Ballroom. If TNA get nobody in the Manhattan Center, then that's a clear sign that maybe Ring of Honor draw more than TNA do. I mean, what separates them? What, TNA has Spike TV, so what? If you're talking about business, I would probably think Ring of Honor at this point are bringing in more money than TNA are.
I would venture to say so, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
But the thing is, you gotta wonder then why people like Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, who have just recently now gone over to Ring of Honor, why do they want to work for a smaller promotion?
Because the smaller
Because the bigger
promotion's
promotion
better.
sucks balls. It's shit.
It's like, look at just the champions roster between Ring of Honor and TNA. The TNA television champion, Abyss, who never even has the belt because I don't think it exists anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you mean Joseph
This
Park?
company just-
Yeah, Joseph Park, Abyss. Like, and then the Ring of
Office.
Honor television champion is Jay Lethal.
Boom.
Already better.
Who was in
Who's-
TNA?
Who's the tag team
was.
champions in TNA? Is it the Bromans still?
It might be the
I don't-
Wolves,
I
but
don't
now
know.
the Wolves have stupid hair and actually shout like wolves.
No matter what you say, the odds are it's a 50-50 chance you're right because there's only 2 tag teams in that company.
Yeah.
So you might be right. Whatever you say.
What? Why? You can't have a wrestling company. I've never promoted a wrestling company in my life, and I don't want to insult anyone who has, but a certain amount of common sense must be like, you've got to have more than 2 tag teams to have a tag team division, right? Surely, please, someone
Yeah.
tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're completely right.
And that
Fuck's sake.
actually goes
They're
back
doing,
to,
They're doing Destination X. They're doing Destination X, right? It's going to be free on Spike. They have 2 X Division wrestlers! That's all they've got! They've got Sonara and Tiger Uno! That is it!
Wow,
Literally,
I'm surprised you
no one
actually
else.
knew what their names were.
That's it! That's all they have! They don't have anything else! What, they could fit Kenny King in there? Great! Who cares? The story's complete shit! You don't have anything! They literally don't have anything! Christ, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but even Global Force Wrestling is somehow better than you. And they don't even
Ooh.
exist. God almighty, like their roster is just nothing.
Let it all out, Andy. Let it all out.
Just dust. That's all it is. I can't take this anymore. Can we ban them again, please?
No, because
Then
this
we
is
did nothing to
entertaining.
talk about. Yeah, this is great.
You love it though. It's great.
I don't love it, dude. I'm sick of saying the same shit all the time. I'm literally sick to death of it. I can't. It's like an endless cycle. They think they're doing good. Oh, they're actually getting better. Oh no, they're going back to being shit again. Like,
This will be a treat.
Like, what's the next TNA title match? Is it Young and MVP?
Indeed.
MVP's injured.
He's injured. Oh
What
my
the hell?
He's injured. Why do you tape these shows so far in advance? Wait, did no one sit there and think, oh hey, what happens if Eric Young gets hurt? Or what happens if MVP gets hurt?
Well, we don't really have anyone else, so
There's no contingency plan. There's nothing. They're just stupid.
Yeah, that would be like
Stupid.
WWE sending or allowing Daniel Bryan to travel on his own accord to England to wrestle some random person who's probably, green as, what's the saying, green as goose shit, and then wondering why he just got injured before your pay-per-view. Like, at least, it's fine letting them take outside dates, but at least plan it so they can't be injured straight before the pay-per-view.
that's
That
even
is
worse.
bollocks.
Because I was going to draw the comparison to Ring of Honor again, because, TNA's championship match is something no one cares about, and it's a duplicate of WWE anyway. Meanwhile, Ring of Honor's next championship match is Adam Cole defending against Michael Elgin.
Well,
Infinitely better.
But not even that. It's not. I think it's like the show before that. It's Adam Cole against Tommaso Ciampa, and then whoever wins that will go on to face Michael Elgin. I think that's
But it doesn't matter. Even if it's Ciampa and Elgin, that's infinitely better.
Anything is infinitely better than TNA. We've established this. Nothing could be worse than what they are right now.
I just had the beer shits, and that's better than TNA. Like, seriously.
TNA, we're the
This
beer
company-
shits of professional wrestling.
No.
That's
It is
one
the
way of
shit
putting it.
state of professional wrestling. How else can you describe it? You
You
can't.
can't.
It's dumb. I want to move on.
Man.
WWE are hiring Sting lookalikes for some reason. WWE are hiring an orchestra of Sting lookalikes to film footage for the upcoming DVD and the next WWE video game. They're casting cool notes. Looking for an orchestra of 14 musicians, all own instruments, ideally a full orchestra who play together regularly. They will be fake playing in the promo, music will be dubbed in. All will be wearing face paint that Sting is known for, and there's a picture. All must be okay with heavy face makeups. Any leads for orchestras who would love to make some money would be awesome. Open to all ages over 18. So it's not open to all ages, you idiot. And for the most part, people will be unrecognizable. They are looking for male and female talent between the ages of 18 to 70 and all ethnicities.
7-year-old
and they're-
stings.
Yeah, it gets
See-
worse.
Get
They're
the real
also-
one, damn it.
See, my thought was, when I first saw this, like, okay, we're thinking we can't get the actual Sting to sign a contract for whatever reason, so we're just going to grab people off the streets, dress them as Sting, and put them on TV, and see if people will fall for it.
Yeah,
Well,
but
what's more
thing is-
interesting is that that's one thing that they're filming, but they're getting a separate singular person who they in the thing says, they need to be muscly, they need to, whatever.
Like a brief
And it's like,
employee.
well, this one's obviously supposed to be the Sting, but we haven't got the Sting.
I mean, it literally says here between the age of 30 to 50, who's 6'2" and 250 pounds of pure muscle. Prefer a guy with wrestling experience, very fit, heavily muscular, slightly longer dark hair. Will have a face full of makeup on, paying a higher rate as we need a great double for this. In regards, it looks like Sting himself is not coming in. That, or they don't feel like he looks the part anymore, or something. I don't know.
What do they
Sting
need
doesn't
this
look
for?
like Sting. What the fuck does that
What
mean?
do they
He
need this
doesn't
for
look
where
like the part.
Sting himself isn't fit for the part?
Sting
of
isn't
Sting?
good enough to be Sting. What?
But that was
I
just,
don't
that was my
know.
added sentence at the end. It was like a joke. Like that's not what they wrote.
Oh.
Oh.
You know
God
what?
dang it.
Actually, this might be because I've heard that in WWE 2K15, the new game that's going to be coming out, 2K is taking like every extreme to make it a better game. Like they have their own scanning technology that they use in their basketball games, where they'll literally just scan the athlete, and that's what they'll use for their skin in the game, and it always looks incredibly realistic. So maybe this is a sign that they're trying to scan someone who looks like Sting used to in WCW, so that they can put him as a playable character in the game.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't
Brilliant.
want TNA Sting with a t-shirt and.
No one.
Maybe that's why
TNA.
Sting himself isn't fit for the part of Sting.
But what the fuck, Sting? Just sign your damn contract. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
just
what else are you
get
gonna
it
do in
over
your
with.
life? It's over unless you go to WWE now.
Yeah.
I'm just sick of hearing the news. Just like, oh, he may have signed a contract, but he may not have signed a contract. Any of my
It's like,
friends always talk
oh
about him
no, I've
like,
had a
oh, he's
thought.
coming in a week, he's coming in 2
It's like
weeks.
all
It's
the
like, no, it's
C-
just it annoys me.
What if he's pledged like secretly to Jeff Jarrett?
Don't say
No.
that. Don't say
He's
that.
going to GFW. Oh, no.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Please, for the love of God.
But this like the Sting news is up there with CM Punk news. It really
I was just
is.
about to
It's
say,
just
like, now that the CM Punk news is finally over, it's just been drowned out by Sting news, and it's just so annoying.
He's almost
I
left
love-
it too long that people are going to be like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't
Yeah.
care if you're back. Go away.
I've never cared.
It'd be like,
It'll-
boo
Yeah.
Sting,
Yeah.
boo Stinger,
Bautista
Oh.
Sting.
blue Sting or something. I don't know.
Blue Stinger, why are you
God
weak?
damn, why was he dressed in blue?
Bautista?
Yeah, blue Tista. What the fuck was that about? I haven't even spoken about
Get
this
them
yet.
promoted.
What the fuck was he doing?
He didn't
Because
get
he's
the
a
dress code.
heel and he knows people on Twitter would be like, oh my god, look at him. And then
You can go watch our payback reaction to see my first reaction to Bautista. Holy crap. It was so much worse than I thought. because I heard,
don't bring up fucking Blues Clues. Look, and Andy, back me up here. We
Who
don't
did
know
this-
what
I
we don't know
wasn't
what
bringing up
Blues
Are we
Blues
really
Clues
going
Clues.
back to this? Are we seriously going back to Blues Clues?
Yes, because
You brought up Blues Clues
Wait,
just
What the
now.
hell are you
wait,
talking
wait,
about?
wait. In the payback reaction, these two were talking about like everybody knows this program when they were a kid called Blues Clues. I've got no idea. Please back me up and say you've got no idea.
Are they high on drugs? What the hell is
No,
that?
come on.
So you
Blues-
don't know Blues Clues, but you know what Rosie and Jim is, don't you?
Yes, Rosie.
Exactly.
And
There we go.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying
that
I
one.
don't know what Rosie and Jim is. I'm just appalled that you don't know what Blues Clues is, which is
no idea
How
perfectly
do you not know?
acceptable
It's not
block
just an
programming.
American thing. Brooks is on my side with this.
It
What the
doesn't
hell is
You were
exist.
just like,
Blues
Brooks has
Clues.
been under a
Explain
rock.
what this show was then. What was it?
It
It
was,
was
a kid's
a
show.
man with a
where
dog that
this-
was made of blue paper, and they had to go
Hold
look for
on.
clues.
Hold on.
That
hold on.
sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It never
It was
Congratulations.
shut up. Hold on.
What,
Everybody,
two ragdolls on barges.
hold on. It was about a guy named Steve and his dog named Blue. The dog happened to be blue because the show is for kids. Okay, can we get past that part? So Blue
Okay.
left paw prints everywhere because at the beginning of every episode, Blue wanted something, or there was something he wanted Steve to know. So he would leave paw prints everywhere as clues so that Steve would eventually find out what it was he wanted. Those were Blue's Clues that Steve would go and find. There were always 3, and they would sing songs because it was for kids. That's what the show was.
And nobody in England has ever seen it.
I have
Brooks.
seen it.
Your theory
Not
holds no
that-
water because Brooks is on my side
But
here.
Brooks was like a hipster when he was 3, so
What are you talking about?
I am not a hipster, good sir.
watching some underground kid show when he was 3 that no one else has heard of.
Underground was on Nickelodeon.
A popular
That's
TV
an
show.
American channel. No one watched that unless they were rich and had like 10 Sky
no
packages.
one watched that.
What are you talking about?
No one watched Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. You're crazy.
Oh, what's
No one watched the
SpongeBob?
Disney-
I've never heard of that.
No one watches Disney movies except for the rich snobs. Like, what are you talking about?
Truth.
It's not the truth.
insane.
Oh,
Anyway,
right.
I'm thinking of Blues Clues, Red Clues, Green Clues, Clues. Fuck it, I don't care.
Tom
Jim
Cruise.
Ross. What?
Tom Cruise.
Well,
Not
you-
Tom Cruise. Jim Ross suffers a head injury and stroke
That's
symptoms.
not a
Jim
good
Ross,
segue.
I'm sick of talking about Blues fucking Clues, okay? I have no idea what you're talking about. Jim Ross revealed more details about his recent stint in hospital, saying not only was his insomnia medication giving him stroke-like symptoms, but he actually suffered a minor stroke in the past. He also noted that recently he suffered memory loss after falling and hitting his head, but he kept it to himself. So, oh dear. Also, apparently, a load of people phoned him up, including Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jerry the King Lawler, fuck, Vince McMahon, and that was it.
Loads of people. Those three guys, that was it. I mean, I've heard he's already out of the hospital and he's doing better, but it is worrying when something like this happens to someone, especially someone who, again, has had a stroke in the past.
I'm exactly like Jim Ross. Like, if I hurt myself or I think I'm ill, I'm just going to ignore it. So I think that's just some men just do that.
I'm exactly like Jim Ross. I'm the greatest commentator in the history of
By God!
By God, I fell on my own head! By God!
By God, I hate
why does
doctors.
no one know what Blues Clues is?
My God, Blue.
No, move on.
Up now.
But yeah, it's obviously worrying, but I think it's okay at this point. I haven't heard anything bad since, so I guess it's just something we got to keep an eye on.
I suppose. Like, he seemed fine when he was calling the boxing match, so the stroke that he actually had years ago, that they only just found out he had, I guess that's not a major problem right now. And his medication was changed, so that's not giving him stroke-like symptoms. So let's just hope his head injury thing didn't do anything permanent to him. But it's a good like message to the WWE stars. Like, if you get a concussion, don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Like,
and
if you fall on your
less
head,
Ambien.
yeah, don't take funny drugs and don't fall on your face.
Don't go home and murder your wife and kids.
Don't fall.
Whoa,
okay.
whoa.
I just realized we never finished talking about the Sting DVD.
Oh fuck, my bad.
We went off
Moving
about
on.
TNA.
Speaking of a Sting DVD, Sting has a DVD.
Yeah. So what do we think about that? Because it's like, this is just more shit adding to the fuel to the fire about Sting coming to WWE. Does anyone here think he's gonna be showing up like on Raw?
Well,
No.
there's loads of different options you can take with this, because people like Goldberg have had DVDs and all they've done is take the royalties and they've not even showed up. Goldberg doesn't even have a Legends contract, so doesn't necessarily mean anything. He did appear on the network in a new interview when Warrior died, so that's... I mean, I guess you don't need a contract to do that, but...
Yeah,
I don't think
the only reason.
he's not going to be a full-time wrestler. I think WWE have, like, it's not for the same reason they're not going to let Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair or Jerry Lawler. They're so strict with all their medical testing and stuff. They're just going to be like, you're too much of a liability. You're too old. You're gonna break something.
Well,
Well,
because
it's not even so much,
died on camera. That's something they have to look out for in the future.
But it's not even so much that he would be a full-time wrestler. People have suggested maybe he'll show up as like a general manager on Raw, or like he'll be a manager for someone.
Yeah, but he can't. He's not that kind of. He's not a charismatic person. I couldn't see him being a GM.
We know that. Everyone else in the wrestling world insists he's the greatest thing since fucking Stone Cold.
Even though he was around before Stone Cold.
Yeah, exactly. That's how much people know about him.
Jesus.
I think he'll probably, because when he did that that interview last WrestleMania, or he was on like a panel, I don't know what, where he said, "Oh, maybe next year's WrestleMania is my number."
Yeah,
I think probably he'll just get the Warrior treatment, where he comes in, he's in the video game, he does the Hall of Fame, maybe he
Then
gets
he dies.
inducted. Then he doesn't die. He doesn't die. But
I swear to God, if Sting dies next year, Brooks, I'm worried about you.
Well, you're worried about the fact that I can predict the future.
I think every other legend's going to be like, no, I don't want to be inducted. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just
like
killing
every first
inducted via
inductee.
video
It's a
link. I'm
conspiracy.
fine.
They're just killing them off so they can get the royalties from them once they've gone in.
Oh no.
CON. Spirit.
Conspiracy.
What?
Are you
Archery.
serious? Seriously, everything we say, you just have no idea?
Do you ever leave your shed?
Yes. I go to the
This is a
post box.
WWE thing that happened like 3 years ago. How is it like, what? What are you talking about? You hipsters?
Nothing ever came of that. Like, our truth was just like,
But it was a
Everything
memorable
is just
gimmick
just
for while it
goofy.
lasted.
That.
I was thinking more of Jesse Ventura and the show Conspiracy Theory myself, but
Now that is a reference I don't get. What are you talking about?
Jesse Ventura had a show called Conspiracy Theory, and he's like, the government's going to round you up in camps. Look, there's all these coffins in the woods. And it's like, no, they're like for, I don't know, but they weren't coffins. They were just plastic, like, I don't know, put plants in or something.
Anyone else know what Keelan's on about?
Nope. I know Jesse Ventura was governor of Minnesota.
Not anymore, not for years.
I said was.
Hipster.
Keelan, get on the same page. So yeah, I guess that's all about the Sting.
Page?
DVD.
What are pages? I don't know what pages are. Someone
Get
reads
in our
insider
book, old
references.
man.
Who
Anyway.
reads paper, you hipsters?
Clearly not rich
Get
enough.
off my
Yes,
lawn.
shut up, damn it, about pages and blues clues. I'm trying to read the fucking news. Right, Tamina has knee surgery.
Oh my God.
WWE diva Tamina Snuka noted on Twitter that she had to have knee surgery, and she says, day after surgery and already getting the itch to hashtag super kick this knee back into shape with hashtag family power. I'm not a genius, but you can't kick anything if you have no fucking knee.
I'm gonna kick things until my knee's better. I just don't like this
That's what
wrestler
I-
like trope. Like every wrestler does this. Every wrestler that has Twitter, it's just I'm just gonna take a random word in my sentence and turn it into a hashtag because I don't know how Twitter works. Day after hashtag surgery and getting the hashtag itch to kick this hashtag knee into shape. Like, all right, stop.
It's trying to appeal to the crowds that like surgery, itches, and knees. It's what marketing is.
Like, who's
I mean,
just
here-
on Twitter looking up hashtag super kicks? Like, oh, Tamina Snuka had surgery? Oh.
Who is looking for the hashtag family power? Who in their right fucking mind are doing that? Who? That's right, no one.
That's what
God.
always gets me when people hashtag the Shield. There's always going to be a couple of people that are like, I really like that police show. What? Who are these guys?
Yeah. Yeah, it's hashtags are dumb to begin with. Only a few are any good, like hashtag Supla,
Hashtag Raw Review.
and hashtag Supla Raw Review.
Hashtag-
But I mean, anyway. The point is, Tamina had knee surgery, so
I didn't even hear that she was injured, so that was weird.
Yeah,
The Diva division has one less diva that was never on TV anyway. Yay!
Maybe it's that splash where she's just like landing on her knees.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
even though
Well-
she never hits the splash, like every time she goes for it, someone stops her.
She's like Ric Flair, just goes up the top rope. Oh, down we go.
Yeah,
You would think he would never do that. Like, you would think, you know what, I've learnt my lesson. I'm not going to do that again. It's like every time someone faces The Undertaker, and they do that 10 punch shit in the corner, and then Undertaker's like, whoop, last ride. Like, what the fuck?
It was like Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels, the only wrestler who's made of like, I don't know, plasticine or something, where he just has to flip over the turnbuckle wherever he goes near it.
yeah.
He's like,
It's like
"Well,
every time like Shawn Michaels just starts stomping the ground. It's like, oh, I wonder what that noise is. Let me turn around and find out. Bunk.
Oh, we're basically just defining wrestling, so.
Whoops.
Well-
Oh, look, there's
Go into
ropes,
this.
let's bounce. Oh, look.
you into it.
Point is, she had surgery. I hope she's better.
Yeah,
Whatever.
get well soon from Super Crew.
She's-
Da-da-da-da-da.
Honestly, I'd rather she was on TV than Alicia Fox.
No, I like Alicia Fox.
Keelan, I know you keep trying to defend this character, but it's balls garbage, dude.
It's not a
terrible.
character. It's a.
It's
a
literally
mental
not
condition.
a character. It's
a
mental
crazy,
disorder.
It's a crazy
She's
bitch character.
bipolar.
That's not what bipolar is either.
you
Bipolar
kidding
is
me?
depression.
Did you see what she did to Oksana?
Yeah, but bipolar is when you're really depressed one day and then the next day you're really happy. It's not where I'm going to kick you and attack you.
But that's what the
And then
WWE
laugh in your face and offer you an apology, and then mid apology get angry at you again. She's just mentally unstable. That's all it is.
Yeah, she's a crazy
Not,
bitch.
that's not a character. That's a thing.
It's not.
It's more fun than just walking to the ring and walking.
Yeah, but
away
it's
from the
way
ring.
less fun than an actual character.
Oh well, we get to see her get wet a bit and
I don't give a shit. Honestly, couldn't care less.
Well,
It's not
Go
fun to
do
watch.
something about it then. Write them a nasty letter.
Maybe he will. Maybe.
Why don't you go write Blue's Clues a nasty letter?
Dear
Anyway,
Dottie,
doesn't exist.
me! And you should fuck.
you have to write it with the slur. It's like, those teeth sucks. I don't know.
Sincerely.
I don't know what that
Dear
was.
Vince McMahon.
I don't either.
I literally was trying to drink tea at the same time as saying that sentence. God knows why the hell I started doing that.
Well,
Anyway,
and
moving on.
it's British.
Oh
Speaking
my
of
God.
stupid
Yes.
characters,
Are you wearing a top hat while you drink that tea?
I'm eating crumpets as well.
speaking of stupid characters,
And have bad teeth.
speaking of stupid characters,
I've got some bad teeth.
News.
I'm done trying to segue this.
Teeth news. Teeth news.
So,
Really?
This will be a
Tyson
treat.
Kidd is
Well, you eat.
going to start wearing a mask. The Wrestling Observer is reporting that Tyson Kidd will be returning to the main roster and under a mask gimmick, and that the design has already been created. It seems that the company are looking for that Rey Mysterio replacement who can push the mask merchandise. Speaking of Mysterio, WWE have extended his talent contract for another year, though he also has an ambassador type deal as well, which he'll fully transition into after retirement.
So are we talking about Tyson
This
Kidd or
is
Rey
a-
Mysterio?
In terms of contracts,
do both.
this is actually quite an just on Rey Mysterio, this is quite an interesting thing because WWE extended his contract without his permission necessarily. They said because he's had so many injuries, he's not been able to meet his obligated appearances. So for some reason they're allowed to extend his contract. And it's like, well, if they can do that to him, then basically they could just keep CM Punk in the contract for life. Like, oh, we're going to extend it because you didn't appear at these dates. Oh, we're going to extend it again. Like, I don't understand how that's legal, but apparently that's what happened.
There's some loophole involved, but that's pretty
wanna
messed up. It's like, he's been injured, so he can't fulfill these dates. What makes you think he's going to get any better to fulfill these dates like he was able to?
I mean, with
Yeah.
Punk, he literally just fucked off. He was like, nope, and left.
He gave up.
Ray was like, my fucking leg hurts, and that's basically it. That's it.
That's not how he
I don't know
talks.
what that. Why is Ray Mysterio from Yorkshire? I don't know.
Fucking
Um,
leggets.
Ooh,
He's
619 me!
He's turned into Adrian Neville.
Literally, I'm getting confused with people that do flips. Well,
Oh,
not really Ray,
God.
because if he does one flip and lands on his knee, it's like, ah! Like, no.
Remember when Rey Mysterio was in Air Boom with Adrian Neville?
Oh yeah, I remember. That was good times.
Good times. But yeah, I don't understand this whole like, we need a luchador, so we're gonna put Tyson Kidd in a mask. We have Kalisto in NXT, but he doesn't count. Like what?
You know, we need a luchador, so we're going to put a mask on a Canadian man. What? How does that make sense?
They
Not
tried.
like we-
They tried with Sin Cara. They really did.
We tried with the
They
Matadors, but the Matadors suck, so...
You have Kalisto just sitting there like, I already have a mask.
Yeah, well, that's probably what they were thinking about Sin Cara. Then he got to the main roster and kept falling over. So
But Kalisto's
I hurt
proven
my
he-
finger. Help me.
Kalisto's proven he has better balance than a third grader. It's fine.
why don't they just put El Torito under a mask and just make
He
him an
already
even
is.
smaller Rey Mysterio? But
No,
put him in there
that's
with
not.
then he could have matches with Big Show and win the Royal Rumble and do things that small people have never done before.
There's a
Dedicate
there's a
next
reason
season.
why there's a midget wrestling league made by Hulk Hogan. It's so they can do it there.
I actually
Does that
watched
thing-
that
does
show.
still exist?
I actually used to watch that show. It wasn't that bad because Hogan was rarely in it. So
One of Hulk Hogan's many successful business ventures.
Yeah,
then it got
God, that
canceled after
guy.
one season.
Pastamania, brother.
It's like HulkHoganSupplements.com, and it's gone like 2 weeks later.
Midget
Have you
wrestling.
seen that? Have you seen that advert? Like, it's a Japanese advert with Hulk Hogan in like a diaper. He's on,
Monday,
like,
Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, da 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 da. Something,
I'm a
something.
pedo in a cloud.
What is this?
What?
Have you never seen this? Google it.
No.
Google it. Like, if you can hear my voice, Google this after the show. It's
Oh.
literally it's like an advert where Hulk. They're selling
like a
radiators
Japanese
or air
advert.
conditioners or something. It's something stupid. It makes no fucking sense. And like Hulk Hogan is in a diaper, literally singing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
I
Friday.
think it's
Isn't that just
advertising.
what-
It's
Oh.
advertising like a pack of diapers, basically.
Oh.
And it's like you can have them on Monday and
breakfast.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Thursday,
It's
Friday,
diaper
come on.
time. All the time.
Shit. Shit.
Don't be a messy, be a cleanie.
If you ever gotta shit yourself, brother, you just get these Japanese adult
Don't diapers for you, brother.
When I'm
Day of the
906,
week, brother.
I'm still in the ring. I'm gonna need these when I shit myself all the time, bro.
Here at the Super Toilet Bowl.
When I shit myself at WrestleMania 30 in the Superdome, brother.
That's why I got confused about where I was. I actually shat myself. Ah!
Have you ever shit yourself over your dog?
Every time I say bro, I poop myself. So let me tell you something, bro. Whoops. Oh, I'm wearing. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Just mid-sentence. Whoops.
Like,
Whoops.
let me tell you something, bro. Fuck.
That's
brother.
why he says brother, because he keeps getting distracted by it. He's like,
That's why he starts saying Jack. That's it. That's the reason why he starts saying Jack for no reason. Because if
Is
he
this a code word? Like, it's his way of letting, like, the production truck know, like, he just shit himself. Like, let me tell you something, brother. Jack.
Jack.
How did we get here? How did we get to this point? How we?
I think TNA started it off. It was TNA's fault.
How did Tyson Kidd wearing a mask to Hulk shitting himself and soiling himself? How the fuck did we get there? I can't remember. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, it hurts. Oh,
Ow! Tell me, someone.
And we're live. We're live.
Anyway, moving on.
Live
So,
Supla.
breaking news! Kurt Angle will announce the next TNA Hall of Fame inductee this Sunday? There's a pay-per-view this Sunday?
We just have like a new Hall of Fame every week. Like, it's
I
not
don't
even been a
know.
year since the first one, has it?
I don't know.
I don't care.
So, who's in their Hall of Fame so far? Is it just...
Sting and
What?
Christian, I think.
No, it's just Sting and Kurt
Sting.
Angle. It literally is just Sting and Kurt Angle.
I thought Christian was in there.
Nope.
No.
It's...
He was supposed to induct him or something stupid.
Yeah, Christian just inducted someone.
Oh, that's dumb.
What
Yeah.
they should do, like, if anyone deserves it out of the whole of TNA's roster, it's Jeremy Borash. He's been there since the beginning. He basically does everything.
He should just induct everyone.
The hell was that?
That was
That was
Jeremy
Jeremy
Press
Press.
saying that he's in the Hall of Fame.
Bobby Roode! Oh no, that's Christy Hemming. My bad.
They all do that. Rude's just cursed.
Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode.
Fuck the TNA Hall of Fame. Why are they only inducting one person at a time? At least with
That's what I was
WWE,
going to say. Like, why are they just doing
That's
one
like
at a time?
10 years. They had a bridge of 10 years where they didn't have a Hall of Fame, and they still had more people then.
Well,
And
nobody that counts is even there anymore. You could say, like, James Storm or, I don't know, Bobby Roode.
Here's this year's inductee into the Hall of Fame, Eric Young.
Like, you'd say Jeff Jarrett, but that ain't gonna happen.
Hulk
By the way,
Hogan.
You know, this managerial team.
Menagerie.
Naturally.
Whatever.
Managerial.
Stupid, right?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
is the only woman in this group? Who is that?
Rebel.
Rebel.
It's just a model
His
and a
wife's
former
sister.
cheerleader and friend of Christy Hemme and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
established she is Wyatt's wife's sister.
She is
Why?
literally the greatest thing about TNA. I got distracted. That's why I haven't been talking for a while, because I've literally been distracted by a picture that I found on Twitter, which is like it's literally her doing the splits on a ladder. So it's literally like the ladder is like set up, and she's got like both her legs up in the air. I don't know how the fuck she's doing it, but it's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's
Send us
what
this image later, yeah?
TNA should just turn themselves literally into tits and ass and just be like one of those dodgy female promotions.
Oh, but they only have 3 women. That's not
Yeah,
enough
really.
for like 2 hours. Or an hour, however long they
like,
show.
Who is in the Knockouts division? Like, who's in the actual Knockouts division?
ODB?
Oh, still?
I
Oh
don't
wow, I
know.
see the. I see.
There's
the
actually
splits on the
quite a
ladder.
lot. There's ODB, The Beautiful People, somebody called Brittany,
So they
Oh,
have
wow.
more knockouts than they have
Madison
male
Rain is
wrestlers.
back, Gail Kim.
I think you've
So the
already named
knockouts are
more
half of their
knockouts.
roster.
Yeah,
Wow, that image. Wow, that's
that
Yeah,
image. Yeah.
I'm still looking at it.
So am
I
I.
can't think. How am I supposed to co-host a show with this on my screen?
You're
Shut
on
the
your own,
tab.
mate.
Close it.
Anyway,
I can't.
can't.
I
yeah.
have my
There's a-
mouse hovering over the
Where's the
X.
red X? I
Like a
can't find the
moose in
red X.
background. There's a moose in
Or-
the background.
There's a moose.
That's the
Oh,
last
that's
thing
like
I'm
their
seeing.
game machines.
Edit this in. So I just don't know how's she doing that. Jesus.
It's-
Okay, maybe not because no one else can see this.
I
So yeah.
This is terrible. I have my mouse hovering over the red X and I can't bring myself to click it.
Must keep looking.
I can't stop. That's,
You know,
it's
there
that part of my brain
is
is
a
just
thing,
like,
guys. There's a thing now called porn, and you can watch it in your own time.
Really?
oh
I didn't know about that.
my God, what did you say?
Porn.
Kidding. Are you on?
Tell
You're
me
on the
more
subject.
about this.
Please.
porn.
And I don't
You
really
have
want
to let
to
me
be
know.
honest.
Finally got rid of it. I finally got rid of the picture.
Yeah, it's gone.
This is what I mean. We don't want to even talk about TNA. We want to talk about anything else. Literally anything else. There's a pay-per-view on Sunday, which I didn't even realize.
Yeah,
Slammiversary?
it's a big
That's
one.
this.
Is that the big one, or they've got so many ones that sound like it's the big one? Like
I don't know.
Slammiversary, Bound
Big-
for Glory, WrestleMania. Oh, I don't know. All of these, all of them could be their big ones, because if they draw any audience over 50, it's automatically a big one.
Yeah. But that is a good question. I've always wondered, because, like, Slammiversary is the one
I think-
that's numbered. So it's like, I thought that was always their WrestleMania. But then it's like, no, Bound for Glory is our big show. It's like, is it?
I think Bound for Glory is
know.
like their Royal Rumble. Either
It's
way,
really not
it's
fair
Oh,
of
I
us
don't
to
care.
compare.
And they
compare
keep
TNA
doing
companies
these-
to WWE.
What I don't understand, okay, I know this is obvious and it's TNA and it's moaning, but they have these pay-per-views, and now sometimes they call Impact like one of the old pay-per-view names for no reason, because it's just Impact. And then they have all these extra pay-per-views that they don't promote, that doesn't follow the storylines, that no one buys. Why?
because they're trying to be different. And by being
trying-
different, they're fucking themselves over.
So we should take the time to tell that next Supla, we will be live again. We're hopefully going to be live from now on. But next show, because it's every 2 weeks,
Yes.
we are going to try and bring back fan call-ins.
Mm-hmm. You can call in with your opinions.
What, is that a bunch of fans called Colin?
Keelan,
No,
You said
No,
Fan
it-
Collins.
that was hot. Don't ever tell jokes.
You, sir, are a god.
So anyway, next show, if we have, we're going to open up the lines and then we'll tell you what account to message on Skype and we'll bring you in, let you share your opinion on whatever topic we're talking about at the time. And we'll do that over the course of the show. And hopefully it'll become a stable thing of the show from now on.
Get hype. Bada boom, call-ins.
In the room while you
Yeah.
eat.
How you doing while you eat? This will be a treat. Call-ins.
Time to eat your
Stop.
pie.
Just put that on loop.
Don't
Here I
put that
am.
on.
Call-ins.
You call in and
Thank
say
you,
all
man.
this
Zero.
shit. I'm gonna get extremely annoyed.
This will be a treat.
If I had a dime
shut
for
up.
every time a call-in wasn't awesome, I'd
I
have
would
0
have
dimes.
0 dimes while you eat.
Thank you,
I know,
man.
I have a friend called Colin. He's awesome as well.
Keelan!
You should call in. Colin should call in.
Yeah, tell Colin to call
I
in.
don't know what we're yelling about.
We're not-
Loud noises!
Stop speaking in
You just
caps.
rapidly yelled.
Anyway, I think that's a good time to probably end the show. Not with Colin. Shut up about Colin. I have not been Colin. I have been Andy Kwon.
I've been Carmen Antonelli.
I've been Sam Brooks.
And I've been Keelan Boulderson. Catch you next time.
Bada boom.
Goodbye.